Hi everybody, this is Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan. Welcome back to another plan with me. This week I am memory planning the week of March 23rd. If you're new to my channel, I memory plan, which means I more kind of creatively journal the events that took place in my planner rather than planning them ahead. So this week I used a kit from Simply Watercolor Co. It is so pretty. I actually think I bought this kit on accident. I'm not quite sure. Because I think I meant, well, at least the entire time that this kit was like being processed and shipped, I was thinking that it was her, the like rainbow kit, and that I was going to use it for the week of, last week actually, or the week prior to this, the week of March 16th, which is when, St. Patrick's Day is, which I didn't end up doing because A, I didn't get it in time, and B, I, ended up, well, you know, the whole shelter in place started that week for me, so I don't really celebrate St. Patrick's Day ever. Probably haven't really since I was in college. So anyways, a like stay at home kit ended up taking precedence over that. But yeah, when I got this kit in the mail, I was like, oh, I forgot I ordered this. I thought I ordered something else. And I ended up loving this kit and I was so happy using it. I also did go back and order the other kit too. But yeah, it's so like the pastels, the pink and the blues. If you're not new to my channel, you've probably heard me say this like a million times, but pastel pinks, like that is such my happy place with planning. Pretty much any spread that I do that doesn't have pastel pink in it, or like a really really light pastel purple, throws me off a lot. And like but just having the pastel pink and the blue together, that is truly where I feel the most like in my element with planning. I just love pastel pink and blue together. So yeah, it turned out really, really well. I really like the spread. I gave you a little kind of overview of everything at the beginning there. She did give me a coupon code, which is awesome. So my code is Lauren15 if you're interested in any of the Simply Watercolor Co stickers that I use. And all of my coupon codes are always listed down below. I always say that, but I'm sure there'll be other times I say that in the spread, but you can always find them down below. So, okay, I am going to jump into more of the questions that I had asked for on my Instagram. So last time I had left off with a couple questions from Anita, Queen of Downtown. I did not get all of them. The last one that she said was, how and when did you get into planning? What was your first planner? Okay, so this is... I feel like I've talked a little bit about this and I could probably do a whole video on this, but my first planner was, I would say in college, I really got into like I've always liked stationery as a kid and stuff, and I always wanted to be really good about using a planner. I would say I started being really good about using a planner when I was actually in college. I think I bought one at my like university, you know, like store or whatever, like probably my freshman year, and then either my sophomore or junior year, Lily Pulitzer planner started to become really in, so I bought one of those, and I like had like rainbow pens, and I remember like I would go to my classes. I think I've mentioned this before, I was a philosophy major, and I was the only female that graduated in my graduating class, and there was like in every class that I had in philosophy, there was maybe one or two other women in the class with me. I was like, a lot of times I was the only female in the class, and I would come to my class and I would have like my bright pink Lily Pulitzer planner and my bright pink laptop case and my bright pink pencil case and my bright pink phone case and my bright pink iPad case, and like, I don't know, everything was pink all the time. And I'd like lay out my pretty pink pens and like planner, and I don't know, it was very funny. So I kind of started like decorating and planning decoratively in college, but it wasn't until, so I graduated college in 2014, and then fall of 2014 is when I found the like online planner community, and I found like that there was a whole community of this stuff, and that's when I got my first plum paper planner, and I have been using plum paper planners to plan my actual real life ever since. So again, if you're new to my channel, if you go find my plum paper planner videos, I have a couple on my channel that show you how I actually functionally plan every day, and these memory planners and my ERIN CONDREN are very different. So that is how I started way back when. Okay, second one is from Melinda M17 Plans. She said, love to hear more about what you're cooking these days. Love to learn and try new things. Oh, thanks. That's really nice. I feel like I'm not cooking as much as I'd like to during this lockdown, but the weather's nice, so Steven has started grilling a lot of chicken recently, and we just kind of incorporate it into whatever we're making. So my aunt has also been doing some really fun Zoom cooking classes, which I'm sure I'll get into soon. So I've been doing a lot of that. That's been really fun. This week I made a pasta so we made pesto in my aunt's cooking class, like classic kind of pesto with pine nuts, and then we made Italian style breadcrumbs. So we did those in the cooking class this week, and then Stephen grilled some chicken, and then I made a pasta with the homemade pesto, and then I toasted up the Italian breadcrumbs, which is really just like ground up stale bread, raw garlic, parmesan, parsley, salt, pepper. Fried some of that up in some oil in a pan, and toasted up some more pine nuts, like my life savings worth of pine nuts in a pan. They're so expensive. And then I cut up some fresh tomatoes, some fresh basil, some fresh mozzarella, and then I sauteed some zucchini and shallots, and then tossed all that into a really wide noodle pasta, and it was so good. We had that for a couple days. So I feel like that's kind of the vibe, like grilled chicken and pesto is the vibe for summer times. Okay, so moving into the day by day here, I did the majority of the, I'm choking on myself. Did the majority of the base already. Most of it was from the kit. Sorry, I have to plug my computer in. Sorry if you can hear that. My computer's gonna die. The only thing that wasn't from the kit, I used some Simply Gilded washi, my newest addiction, foil box in the sidebar to mark that I was on week 2 of working from home. The March little script up in the top is from Rose Color Days, and the date dots are from Rose Color Days as well. Okay, so on to the day by day here. I marked that I had received some quote unquote bad news at work. If you watched my last plan with me, I was kind of saying at the beginning of the last week, I was kind of chilling at first, the first couple days, and then I don't know if I actually said it, but towards the end of the last week, or the second half really, I'd say probably Wednesday or Thursday, I kind of started freaking out because I knew that my company was things were going to start to get really, really difficult for my company, and I was reading all of these news articles about companies similar to mine furloughing and laying off people, and it was just I was getting stressed. So I marked that I did get some bad news at my company, which it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I just have to take some forced PTO right now. I don't know if I'm safe for at least another month or so. I don't know what's going to happen after that, but anyways, I marked that with some stickers from the kit, and then I marked working from home every day with these bow boxes that I use from Simply Watercolor Co. She had some specific ones that matched the kit, so I used those to mark working from home every day. Again, I was still FaceTiming my sisters every single day, so I used those FaceTime phones are from Crafts by Towie, and then I marked having one meeting with a dot from the kit. I marked painting my nails with a paper blush bar sticker. My code for her is Lauren15. I hope she's opening up really soon. I think she is. And then I just marked that Steven and I had a wine night, and we watched Succession, a bunch of Succession, with a wine cup from Miss Jess, a wine glass from Miss Jess Plans, and that bow is one of the teeny bows from The Giving Girl, and I think I used that bow a lot this week. I kind of swap in between those bows and the ones from Harriet Wright Designs, but I do try to use all of the same ones for most of the week, just so it makes my voiceovers easier, so I don't have to mention it every time. Okay, on to Tuesday. I marked that I couldn't sleep. I don't remember why. Probably because, you know what? I am incorrect here. I marked that I couldn't sleep because this is where I found the day before. That wasn't when I found out that I had to take forced PTO. That's not true. I found that out later. I got some other bad news from my company this day that just made me feel like my job was maybe going to be in jeopardy, so I think that's why I probably couldn't sleep. So I marked that with a coffee cup from the kit, and then I marked, again, working from home every day. What else am I gonna mark with? Same way I did yesterday, but I added a laptop from Paper Blush Bar. The work from home scripts are from Station Stickers. I know she's actually closing, I think, by the end of this week. So if everything goes well, this video is gonna go up on Wednesday. What day of the week is it? The 29th, and I think you'll have like 1 or 2 days to get those scripts if you're interested. Okay, after that, I am marking that I had 3 meetings this day. This is a little crooked. The little, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hexagon that I put in there is a little crooked. It's bothering me now. But I just put a hexagon and layered a Giving Girl bow over top. I marked doing a voiceover with a laptop that was from the kit. And then I marked that Steven started watching Tiger King, with, oh God, Tiger King, with a, play button layer from Magic Prince Co. layered over a circle from the kit. Listen, the whole Tiger King thing, we started watching the first episode and I got so upset because I felt like the animal abuse, like I just can't watch that kind of thing. And it was like, I was like, if this is what this is about, like I can't do it at all. Like I was getting so upset by the animal abuse that I told him to like watch it without me, because I was just getting mad at the stupidity of the people, and I was getting mad at what they were doing to the tigers, and it was just not, like, I just couldn't take it. But then you'll see later this week, he was watching it in the background without me, and I kind of figured out that it wasn't really about that, so I kind of got hooked. I'm embarrassed to say that I got hooked back in. Okay, anyways, so I'm skipping right over Wednesday. Again, marked working from home, same way, but added a laptop from Hello Petite Paper. I marked 2 meetings with an arrow from the kit. I marked uploading a plan with me with a box, and then a planner from Papershire. And this day is when I kind of realized that I wanted to do this more, like add some of these more kind of cartoony Papershire and Hello Petite Paper style stickers in, and more so than like the ones from like, you know, Crafts Itaui or Paper Blush Bar, those more like delicate ones. I was like, no, the kind of pink cartoony style stickers, doodles, that matches really well with the style of this kit. So started adding it here, and then I marked that I started organizing my sticker books. Sorry, passed right over it on Wednesday also with a clipboard from the kit. I love the clipboards. I think they're so cute. And then another little like set of books or planners from Hello Petite Paper. And like I said, so I was sitting at my desk in the living room or our family room kind of area, and Steven was watching Tiger King, and I wasn't listening, or I was listening to it, but I wasn't watching it, and I was just organizing some sticker books, and I was doing it over the course of a couple days, and so, and that's kind of how I started getting into it. So I didn't really watch any of Tiger King, but I heard the entire thing. Like I listened to the entire thing while I was doing sticker stuff. Okay, on to Thursday. I'm going to try and talk through this fast because I know I'm behind. Mark doing laundry with another super cute box from the kit. I love all the different kinds of boxes that she has. And then the laundry day script is from Panda Bird Design. I marked that I had 1 meeting with a little arrow from the kit. We had kind of like a greater team happy hour this day, where we played like a game on Zoom, and I had a couple drinks and it was like 2:30 or 3:30, and I was like, you know what, like I'm going for it. It's like, this is when everything was still so weird. The whole, like, we were not used to the sheltering in place. So I marked that with a super cute drink from the kit. And then, again, more of the Giving Girl bows that I am scattering all over. I marked putting away groceries. I think, okay. I marked putting away groceries because for me, I don't know how you're doing it, but for me, I sanitize all of my groceries that have to go in the refrigerator, and I disinfect them for like 10 minutes with food safe disinfectant, and then I stick them in the fridge and I don't touch them for a few days, and while they're like soaking in the disinfectant. And then everything that that doesn't have to go in the fridge, I leave out in my hallway for like 3 or 4 days so that any virus that's on it will have died. And then after that, 3 or 4 days later, like on Thursday, that is when I put those groceries away. So I'm like constantly 5 days behind on groceries. But anyways, that cleaning disinfectant sprays from White Deer Stationery. I also marked meal prepping on Thursday with a Hello Petite paper frying pan too. Okay, on to Friday. I had marked that I had one meeting with a work laptop from Planning World. I have a coupon code for her too down below. Working from home, same way that I've done it every other day, except for Thursday. I totally forgot to mark it on Thursday. Oh well. And then I marked out that I was continuing to organize some more of my sticker books, just with some really cute deco from the kit. I loved all the roses and the drinks and the berries. I don't know, it just was super cute, and I had a really fun time using the deco throughout the kit, even for stuff that it didn't necessarily kind of make sense for. I marked filming with another planner from Papershire, and then that film script is from, I think it's from Sticky Sloth Designs. I think it's either from Sticky Sloth Designs or Magic Prince Co, but I think it's from Sticky Sloth Designs. I have a coupon code for her too. And then I marked that I baked cookies, and Steven and I continued watching Succession. That's like the only show I would say I really binged since starting this whole thing. I've mentioned it before, I'm not really a big TV person, but then what does end up happening though, almost 9 out of 10 times of like that I get hooked on a TV show, which is not very often, it's because Steven starts watching something that I say I'm not interested in, and then he watches an episode or two while I'm like putzing around doing something else in the background, and then I get hooked, and then I'm like, okay, now we're watching this together, and he'll be like, you said you didn't want to watch it. I'm like, well, now I do, so this is your fault. Okay, so let's see here. I am marking on Saturday that I slept in and I made a really nice brunch. So I used a really cute little place setting from the kit as deco, and then I put a little heart overlay on it from Sticky Sloth Designs. And then I also marked that I filmed this day with a clipboard from the kit. Again, I love all the clipboards that she includes and all the different kinds of like stickers that you can use to mark things that don't take up the full width of the box. I just really love how she has so many options for that kind of thing. Anyways, so I marked filming using that clipboard, added the Giving Girl sticker, and then the same film script from Friday, and then I added the rose deco again, which I just think is super cute. And then the only other thing that I had marked down on Saturday was that we did a family like happy hour on Zoom with my parents' family. I think this may have been the first one I did with my family, like my whole greater family on my mom's side. So that was fun. I think I got pretty hungover that first time. I think we made drinks and like appetizers and like did the whole 9 yards. Now we do them all the time and I'm like, hi, I'm here. but the first couple of times I did them, it was very like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make appetizers, I'm gonna put them on a fancy platter, like do the whole thing. Yeah. Okay, and then I had just put some more Simply Gilded Bow washi down below there. Okay, on Sunday, I marked that. So this was kind of this day was hard because I did a Trader Joe's run for 3 families, including mine. So it was if you missed my last plan with me, my sister had flown home to be with my parents, and then after she had flown home, she got sick with and tested positive for coronavirus. So my parents couldn't leave the house at this point because they had been exposed to her, so they were isolating. So I was doing all their grocery shopping and stuff. And then I had mentioned that on the Zoom call before, the night before with my other family. And so one of my aunts was like, oh, can you grab stuff for me too? And I was like, oh, sure, fine, yeah, no problem. So Steven and I had literally like so much stuff that we had to drop off and whatever. So that was a whole thing. I did get to see my sister though this day, just through her window. I ran around the side and saw her and waved. She was not looking too hot at this point. It was still, she was still pretty sick, but I just used a heart to mark that because it was good just to kind of see her, not through FaceTime. I also did some meal prepping this day and just used some strawberries from the kit to mark that. More Simply Gilded washi. I painted my nails. I used a Paper Muse Crafts nail sticker layered over a flag, and then the bow at the bottom there is, or the little divider at the very bottom there, is from Rose Color Days. So that is the whole spread. I really, like I mentioned before, I really like how it turned out. The florals and all of the girly deco and all of that, without having like fashion girls or anything like that. This is very much my happy place as far as kits go. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. But I hope that you enjoyed watching. I really hope that you all are staying safe and well, and you're keeping everyone around you safe and well, and that your spirits are staying high. I know it can be really difficult. I know this week in particular was super difficult for, not this week that I'm in right now, but the March